Welcome to Flint. Flint time.
You already know what it is. This is Admiring to Inspire. I'm your favorite host, Primetime Whitney, and today, well, I should just say tonight, I'm talking to Jessica Washington. We already know about pain. Everybody done been through struggles. But what makes a person's strength and build character is how they fall down and get back up. We're going to talk about the undefeated story today. Check this out.
Every day I wake up, I just thank Him for another day. A million things are running through my mind, I forgot to pray. But when the things start going bad, relax and give Him praise anyway. But when the things start going bad, relax and give Him praise anyway.
This is Admiring to Inspire. I get to talk to you. We've been waiting for a minute. I finally get to hear your story. Can you introduce yourself for the people for a minute?
My name is Jessica Washington. I'm from Flint, Michigan. And yeah.
But you say it's so simple because that's all life is supposed to be. Like it's just supposed to be Jessica Washington, yeah. But that's not what it's like.
It's a story behind it.
Let's start from the beginning. Let's just start from the back end and let's just say, when did you got kids, right?
Yep.
How many?
I got 3 boys.
3 boys. First time being a mom was at age
17. My senior year.
How old are you today?
28.
So you've been doing it for a decade.
The oldest is 10. Just turned 10.
Been doing it for a decade.
Yep.
Even just being a mom at a young age, that's an obstacle that, you know, people will say most moms face. But whether you want to say most people do it, it's a hard task.
Very.
So how did you?
At first, it was like my first kid. It was a learning experience. So every mess up I did, I had to either learn from it or keep messing up.
So just facing those obstacles as a 17-year-old.
Yep.
Had your second child, having your third child, and now it's like, I'm a mom. But what they don't know is that you are a person first.
Yeah.
A very versatile, talented person.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean you started music.
Yep.
When did that start?
I was 14. And I was already rapping, and then I was already friends with my friend, Paradise Williams. That was my best friend.
Okay.
And we ended up coming to high school together. We went to elementary together. We went to high school together.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, you rap too? Like, okay, we catching up. And we're like, what we gonna call our group? Well, we was both from the same hood. So we're like, okay, Mob Queens. So I'm like, what my name gonna be? Because she had her name. We already called her Fab. She like, J Hood. Instantly. So we used to be in detention together. We stay getting in trouble. Writing songs and stuff. And then,
So, but you also dabbled into battle rap?
yeah. After I met my kid's dad, I met him in the studio. And I'm like, okay. And then when we started like being more around each other and things led to a relationship, I noticed like, oh, he watched battle rap a lot. Oh, he battle rap. Oh, I think I like this.
So what attracted you to the battle rap? Like what, as far as the culture goes, what was like, oh yeah, it's lit.
You can talk, and excuse my French, you could talk shit without getting in trouble.
Hey, Marks, if it wasn't for that status you made, I told Cash I was gonna beat your ass and you wasn't gonna make it on this stage. You walk around with a hair store crown and you ain't the queen of shit. I really wanna pull out the Mac and dismantle you from the knees and hips. I really dislike you. If I was a dog, I'd bite you. If it wasn't for this check, I'd fight you.
You could say how you really feel with a aggression, however you feel, and it all stay on the stage.
You know that's how football players feel. I
Really?
can really hit somebody and not
Right.
go to jail.
And that's how I feel with battle rap. I can say whatever I want to this person. I won't get talked about. They won't feel like I'm picking on her. We ain't got to fight. We can get it all out. And then walk away and shake hands.
Your kid's father
Okay.
has deceased. Has passed.
Yep.
So what you talking about, just making sure that your kids know that I'm here. I'm still playing.
I always been right
I'm
here.
still playing.
Even when he walked out, came back in, walked out, I never left. So they never seen me leave. And then it was like when I was going through my stuff and we did separate because I moved all of us to Florida. Our last son wasn't even 1 year. I had just had a baby. So I moved us to Florida. And I'm like, okay, this is a new life for us. It's getting us out that environment. We got young boys now. Like, we ain't got to be in the hood no more. I didn't have no family and friends down there. I'm just jumping out on faith. Like, this is what I want to do.
So you just picked up and left.
I told my mom, I said, after I had my
For
baby,
the sake of?
the kids. I said, Mom, after I had my baby, I'm gone. It was when I woke up, like, I'm gone. She like, I said, when I get my taxes, I'm leaving to Florida. Why did I pick Florida? I don't know. And after I had my baby, I had him in January. And in April, I had a job lined up down there. I had my lease in my apartment. The state of Michigan, because I was on state assistance, they relocated me. Gave me a check to relocate me and my family. And I was gone. I left.
That is. So even trying to like be the best mom you can be, when a tragedy hits like that, like having a conversation with your oldest son, which you said was a decade, it's been about 10 years, 11 years now.
10 years.
Just knows what, you know, he sees on TV what death is. He knows when somebody dies, you're not seeing that person again.
But you know what? That is true. But it didn't. Once it happened to someone close to them, they didn't have no understanding. My parents always taught me to never hide the truth from your kids. Never. Like, don't give them false beliefs or have them believing in things that aren't real, because when they grow up, it sticks with them. So I have to tell them the truth. So the day he passed, I wasn't here. I was out of town. And I found out because...
Was this pre-accident?
This was this year. So my accident happened last year.
So this was after?
This was a month after I lost my granny to COVID.
A month after you buried your granny?
Yeah.
So this is when COVID really started to hit, like...
The pandemic started.
When can I get a month?
The pandemic started with March. She passed in April. And then a month later, no, June, he passed. I think the funeral was a week before Father's Day. It was a week before Father's Day. So their first funeral ever seeing a deceased person was my grandmother. And they were close to her because she lived with us.
But their second funeral would have to be their father's.
A month later. A month and a half later.
Was it his mom or your mom as far as the grandmother? I mean, you know.
My mom's mom. So it was my grandmother on my mom's side.
So they went from seeing a person that they was very close
lived
to,
with in the same household,
to saying,
raised,
to not being able to say, Pops, what you doing? 2020 mental health is a big conversation.
They talk to therapists. I got a therapist. But my kids are mentally mature. And that's the thing with my household. And it's not just me raising my kids. It's my parents. I have my brother, my sisters. It's a team thing. So when we told them as a team. Mind you, I told you I was out of town when I found out. And I called my mom. I said, Mom, I told her. I said, but don't tell them until I get back. And my dad and we got your back.
What was the call like? How did you find out?
I was in the car on my way to Soaring Eagle with a friend. And I'm talking on the phone with my friend, my homegirl. And she like, dang, you know BMG Rah-Rah, the little dude that rap or whatever?
So she don't even know that's your baby daddy?
This is
How
my
the fuck is she a friend?
This is my boyfriend, best friend. She know me through him. This is how we met. So she don't know my baby daddy, and she know I got kids and stuff, but, you know, this is his best friend. So we on the phone just kicking it because we touch bases every now and then. And she like, dang, somebody just died. His name BMG Rah-Rah or whatever. So I'm like, huh? I'm like, what do he look like? She like, he got dreads.
What do he look like?
Because I don't want to believe that this ain't not BMG Rah-Rah. Even though I know it ain't no other. Nah, she ain't talking about him. Like,
so you was around no support, well, your boyfriend?
no, I wasn't with him. I was.
You was by yourself?
In Soaring Eagle.
Around nobody you could tug like not paradise. Nobody you could be like.
Nobody.
It's Rah-Rah, bro.
Nobody. I just pulled in the casino. Just literally pulled in the casino. So long story short, I'm like, what? She like, well, I'm like, what's his Facebook name? She like BMG Rah-Rah. Now we not Facebook friends because we were separated. So I'm like, nah. So when I go look, as soon as I get on Facebook, all you see is pictures. Rest in peace, Rah-Rah, dealer this, and I'm like, nah. And it just hit me. I just broke down. And she like, well, wait, what's wrong? I said, that's my kid's daddy. So she just paused on the phone for so long, like, no. I'm like, that's my kid's daddy. Now, mind you, I'm just turning in the parking lot of the casino. I couldn't even get back. I'm like,
yes, what do you like? What do you say next? Like, that's all you could say is like, that's my kid's daddy. Like, what, like, how do you get from Mount Pleasant to Flint? Like,
my god sister came and got me. She like, where's you at? You don't need to be by yourself. You where? Send me your location. I'm on my way. She packed her and her kids up, and she was there in an hour.
to ride home?
I didn't even make it out the.
Your ride home with your sister.
I was just in shock. Like, I was in shock. Like, in a daze. Like, no. Let me get back home and see what's going on. They got the wrong person. Disbelief. Then as I get close to home, the phone calls start coming. The text messages. I'm like, this is really real. This is my kids that they talking about. So I'm like, how am I gonna tell my kids? That's the next step I got to. Like, y'all ain't taking my kids, daddy. Like, no, y'all ain't do that. Like, they was just getting on the terms and getting back a good relationship, and him coming back in their life, and he was just at their birthday party. Like, no, y'all ain't do that. But you couldn't tell my kids nothing wrong about him. And I wouldn't dare bash my kid's father in front of them.
What was that conversation like with the kids, the first one? Just trying to get them to understand.
We sat down, I got to my parents' house. So it was me and my parents. We sat them down. And I was like, well, I got something to tell y'all. And they had just talked to their dad 3 days before this. And before I can get out, I start crying. And I'm like, well, so they just sitting there looking. Everybody's quiet.
So you crying before you said a word.
Mm-hmm. Like, knots was in my throat. And I'm just like, oh, Dad, he gone.
Did you talk like directly to the big one? Like the
big one was next to me. So the two little ones was in front of me. He was next to me. And I didn't plan it that way. I just walked in, they was already sitting. And I'm just like, y'all dad is gone. So like, oh, where you go? So I'm thinking they would understand. I'm like, okay, now I gotta explain what gone mean.
But this is another circumstances where, this is another situation where, as we talked about in the beginning, that you, I don't want to say came out as undefeated because you don't come back from a death, if that makes sense. But it's another situation where it was an obstacle.
Big one.
And you made sure that everything worked.
I had to.
You made sure that tomorrow I'm going to smile.
Mm-hmm.
You made sure that tomorrow I'm going to make it a regular day. I'm going to make breakfast.
Yeah. What y'all want to do? Where y'all want to go? How y'all feel? It's okay to be angry. It's okay to cry. Let it out. I'm here. We all right here. How do y'all feel? And my middle baby, he was crying. The little one really still didn't understand. And my oldest scared me the most because he didn't say nothing at all. And I still to this day never seen him cry. But he know every song of his. My mom say they play his battle rap videos all the time.
So when we break into it, let's just get into it. The meat of this. Let's talk about January 1st. January 1st, 2019. And when we start, I want you to take me from breakfast. Like, take me from the top of the day.
Okay. It's kind of blurry because I got a head injury. So,
It's kind of blurry.
the whole day. But what I do,
Even what you did before.
some stuff,
Damn.
most stuff, yeah, the whole day is blurry. Now I do remember my plans and what I was supposed to do and stuff like that. Cause like, okay, it's New Year's Eve. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I get up.
So this is the 31st.
It's 31st. This is the day of the 31st, cause it's the day. So boom, 31st of December 2018. Good day, got paid. I work at the hospital. It's payday. So I'm feeling good. I got my hair appointment ready. You know, we're gonna get cute. Meet up with our little friends. I'm single. So I'm like, okay, we're finna turn up.
You went about this day as if...
The new year coming, because this is my granny's birthday. The one that passed the COVID. The first is her birthday. So this is my baby birthday. So it's like, okay, it's a new year, new me. I just got me a new crib. Finna buy me a house. I'm 27. Finna drop a crib. I just dropped a crib coming into the new year. Got a good job. Going into nursing school.
And this is your oldest child is a decade. So this is 10 years after you finally get to work.
9 years after.
You find peace.
I'm at peace. I'm just happy. I'm actually happy.
Life is supposed to be simple.
Simple. I done went through all the hard stuff. We done did the sleeping couch to couch and living with people and traveling back and forth and, you know what I'm saying, with my kids. They done seen some stuff. We done been through some stuff together. That's why they're my dogs. We done been through the worst. The stuff they've been through, their mentality, you would think they are. And I think that's why their mental is the way it is, because of what we went through. Nothing was sugar-coated in our life. Nothing. From where we lived, when I struggled, I didn't hide it. When I struggled, they seen it. Because y'all going to appreciate where we come from. You're going to always be humble. So even though we're going through the worst, this is a life lesson we will never forget. And we're building our character together.
But could that have backfired?
It could. Anything could backfire. But that's where your faith come in at. In prayer. And believing in God. So yeah, it could. But my beliefs and who I believe in, nah. We good.
Another way to be undefeated.
Definitely.
So let's get back into it.
I'm planning to go out. Mama can keep the kids. I'm going out. It's New Year's Eve. Okay, cool. Well, did you come to church with us tonight? No, we're bringing a New Year. Come to church. Okay, I'll stop by. Every New Year's Eve we go to church and we count down in church. My parents are elders. They're mentors. So that's the household and the lifestyle I was raised in. So church is that's first. Always pay your tithe, always pay your offering, give him thanks first. So boom, okay, I'm gonna stop by church. When the ball drop, I'm going to party. So long story short, my day go by, getting dressed, got my outfit. My homegirl called me up like, look, stop by the Drifters. We cooking, before New Year drop, get you a plate. Our plan was, okay, I'm going to come eat, and then I'm going to Empire. Because by that time, it'll be like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. The club will be jumping. It's New Year's now. Okay, cool. I'm on my way. Let me get dressed. I get dressed. I dropped my cousin off at work. She worked in Genesis. I was using her car at the time. Mine was in the shop. I go to the Drifters on Saginaw.
Mm-hmm.
So we in there. We taking pictures. They drinking.
So you already out at this point?
Now I'm out. It's about, I want to say 11 o'clock, 10:45ish on New Year's Eve at night. I go to the Drifters. Now when I go out, everybody know. Just gonna get a bottle of Moet. She gonna drink her champagne.
Don't brag on us now.
Okay. But this particular night, I'm like, I don't want to drink. I don't want to hit the blunt. I don't want to do nothing. I'm going to eat my food. I didn't have nothing in my system. And I just had this taste like, I don't want to drink. Now, I just had text my mom and them like, I'm coming to church, whatever. So maybe because I knew I was going to church, and I'm like, okay, I can't go in church bringing in the new year with liquor. I'm going to wait till after we turn up. So, we eat whatever. My cousin blew on my phone like, where is you at? You said you coming to get me. Like, I'm trying to ride with you on the way to the Empire. I'm like, okay, cool. So, I'm supposed to be meeting my I was supposed to originally ride with my homeboy, who was my boyfriend now. I was supposed to be riding with him. And I'm like, you know what? Change plans. I'm going to just meet you there. Because I got some stops I want to make. Yeah. I got some stops I want to make. I'll meet you at Empire for when the ball drop. We bring a new year together. He like, okay, cool, whatever. So, So, I leave. I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to go to Empire. They're like, okay, well, we going with you. I'm like, well, I got to stop and get my cousin first, so we out. By this time, it's like a couple minutes before the New Year's drop. Before midnight hit. So, I remember, this is the one thing I remember. It was 11:47, and my cousin texted me like, how close is you? I said, I'm on my way. I'm leaving the Drifters. So, I ended up talking some more. The ball had ended up dropping. I'm like, dang, I ain't make the church. It's that late. I'm here kicking and talking and lost track of time. I text my parents and the loved ones I had in a group text.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year. I love y'all.
I do that.
It's at 12 o'clock. I walk out. I don't remember nothing else. I don't even remember walking out. I don't remember putting my coat on. I do remember it was snowing and raining that night. So it was cold. But I don't remember nothing. I don't remember walking out or nothing.
You walk out of Drifters, and that's the last thing you know.
No, I don't remember walking out. I don't remember putting on my coat. I remember like, I'm finna go get my cousin.
Like, how do you record it, like, in your mind, like, okay, I talked to him last. Like, you saw that through your phone? Or did you, like, record it in your head? Like,
I
talked to him.
I did. I know I did.
So you left Drifters. You talked to your cousin. Walked outside. That's the last thing you remember.
I remember telling my mom on my way and hanging up.
Tell the people what happened though. What you heard that happened when you walked out of there.
Next thing I know, I'm waking up, tubes down my throat. I'm on ventilators.
This is
when I wake up. Now I remember the last thing I remember is texting my cousin. I'm on my way. I woke up like,
what happened?
It's just doctors and nurses. I got tubes. Jessica, do you know what day it is? What's your name? Who's the president? What's today's date?
Did you say Obama?
Do you know where you are? I knew all those answers. You just woke up out of a coma.
How long was your coma?
A week. You were in a 10-hour head surgery and you slipped into a coma. Don't pull the tubes out. Like, calm down, calm down.
You was tripping?
I'm panicking. Like, what the fuck? What is going on? I got tubes on my throat. I got metal everywhere out of my body. Everything. I got neck brace, arm braces, metal coming out my legs. I'm feeling my head wrapped up. It ain't feeling right. Like, what is going on? What do you mean? Well, you got hit by a car. How? I just texted my parents Happy New Year's.
First person you saw when you woke up?
Doctors. Nurses.
Family members.
I don't remember. I don't remember that part. Because everything was, I blacked that out. I see was, I got tools on my throat. I can't talk. I can't breathe. Then y'all done chained my arms.
How did you feel? Was you hurt?
No, it wasn't processing. I'm like, what? Because it's all coming at me. What's today's date? What's your name? You got hit by a car. This broke, that broke. We did this surgery. You been in here. You been in the coma. Like, I gotta process this.
What did you hear about that night?
They told me he was walking out with you. He was in a turning lane. And they said, we was talking. And we heard we all talking to each other. You was ahead of us. We hear a big boom. We look up. You already in the air. The car under you. You drop down on the ground. The car go over you after hitting you. I'm like, what? So luckily it was a nurse in there that night. She said, Jessica, when I walked up to you, I thought you were dead. She said your arms was every which way, your legs was every which way. She said I had a hole in my head the size of a Gatorade bottle, under the size of a bottom of a Gatorade bottle. She said I could see in your head. The motorcycle people had to take off their shirts and pack my head to stop the bleeding. She said, Jessica, all you kept saying is, I gotta go. I gotta go. She said, I don't know where you was trying to go, but you just wouldn't stay still. I don't remember none of that, but I gotta take their word.
You talked about in the beginning of this interview that your kids need to know that you're here. Can you talk about, you didn't even know if you was going to be here?
They told my mama I was done with. They came out and told her, like, this is a wrap. We keep trying to take her off the ventilators. Her lungs keep collapsing. It's been 3-4 days now. The chance is real slim. So, man, we don't know. And I ended up waking up 7 days later. They're like, okay, she woke, but she gonna be a vegetable. She not gonna be able to walk. She not gonna be able to talk. She gonna be able to do nothing.
But you can.
Then, when I was able to breathe on my own, okay, well, she not gonna be a vegetable, but she still ain't gonna be able to walk for at least 8 months. She gotta go to a facility.
Just hearing those words, and they just talking to you like you're not
and
there.
guess what? I ain't cry. That turned me up. Like, what? I can't. You finna tell me what I can't do? How my life supposed to be in the future? Nah.
But did it make sense at all? Like, I got flipped by a car. I probably not gonna be.
No, because it wasn't. Because I don't remember it. So to me, it's like I'm just going by what y'all are telling me. Y'all telling me I got ran over.
You literally don't. You don't remember the thump? Nothing.
I don't know how it felt. I don't know how the surgeries felt. I don't remember needles, the medicines, nothing. I don't know nothing. Nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't remember nothing.
Kids walking in on you in the hospital. Did they come?
Every day.
First look.
I was in a coma then, so I don't know. I know
Second look.
stories.
When did you open your eyes and see your kids?
I seen them maybe a week after I woke up from the coma. But I still was so out of it, and they still was
So it
finding out
wasn't
stuff
even
was broken.
gratifying for you. It was just like,
I was so high, they had me on so much stuff. So every time they came, I'm in and out. Still to this day, there's people that say, remember when I came? I don't remember. Remember this conversation we had? I don't remember.
take me through therapy.
Okay, boom. I get out of the trauma. I'm in trauma for a month. They transfer me. They're like, okay, you can't go home. You gotta go to a rehab center. You're gonna be there for at least a year. Now mine just January. No, it's February now. We say, give or take, you may be able to stand July, August. Just stand up. Just get the strength to stand up. Like, what? I'm still not processing all of this. Boom. They transfer me. All the aides coming in. They my peers. They my age. Some younger. I went to school with you. Oh, you rah-rah baby mama. Oh, you be battle rapping. We just seen you on the news. I'm like, no. So now, mind you, I'm a CNA. I went to school for CNA. So what, you mean to tell me I gotta wear a diaper? Y'all gotta change me. I go to the club with y'all. We party together. We graduated together. Y'all gotta wipe my butt and feed me, give me baths.
People you know.
People I know. It was the most, and even though it wasn't my fault, I felt embarrassed.
Hurt.
Like nothing is private. I have nothing to myself no more. Like everything is exposed.
Just vulnerable.
And it was some shifts where tax time, nobody came in, so it was only guys on the shift. Guys gotta come in there and change me. There's nobody else there, or I'm sitting through shit and piss all night. So it's like, what? Why am I going through this? What did I do? So then it started to hit me. Then I went through my crying stages. Then I went through my.
So you think it's steps?
I'm taking steps.
Cause this, what I'm hearing is like from you, it's like a mental I don't want to call it like a remedy, but it's like how I got through it mentally. Cause
And it's the first time I ever slowed down and used my mental through anything. So I shocked myself. I know I can go through this, and I'm emotional. I'm a little punk. My tolerance for pain is 0. I cry like a punk having kids. So, okay, what's going on? Let me talk to some doctors now, cause now I'm waking up. I'm not on no meds really. It's a month later. It's finna be almost 2 months. Get somebody in here. I need to talk to somebody. Now I'm starting to ask questions. What medicines y'all got me on? What was broken? What surgeries did I have? I got more surgeries to go? What my therapy looking like? What is my time frame of being? Now my questions coming. Okay, I don't like the answers y'all giving me. Because basically y'all telling me this is what it is. There's no other option. It is what it is. And I don't like that. Because I'm spoiled. My parents, brothers, I'm spoiled.
it's not the time to be spoiled, though.
But you can't tell me that. I don't like hearing no already. So to tell me no on my life, I get anything I want. And I got control over this? Nah, I'm going to show y'all. So now it's, well, I want to stand up. Well, let me go to the shower. Mind you, I got fixators still in my leg and hips. I got metal rods and screws. Boots on my feet. Well, Miss Washington, you can't walk. Like, I'm getting transported to appointments on a stretcher through ambulance. Because I couldn't get in a wheelchair yet. They had to make me a wheelchair. Because my legs didn't bend. So, I'm like, okay. Going through the process. Now I'm going through my emotion stages. I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm hurt. Who did this to me? I'm going through all of this.
But what makes you feel good?
They brought my kids. And my kids, nope, I take that back. They sent me a video of my kids. And they like, okay, what y'all want to say? This gonna be to y'all mom. What you want to say? And they like, Mom, we praying for you. You strong. You can do it. We waiting on you. We miss you. We can't wait till you come home. You gonna be home. That's when I had to snap into reality.
But what was... They brought you a video?
They sent me a video of my kids and how they felt.
So that your kids couldn't come...
I didn't look in the mirror, or I didn't want to see no pictures for 3 months.
Why?
I was scared. I had plastic surgery. Every bone in my face was broken. They done took skin from my shoulders and made me eyelids and put skin here. So my face was not the face I knew when I got knocked out. So when they tell me like, Jessica, your head the size of a watermelon, or you got a hole the size of a Gatorade bottle in your head, your skull is cracked open. I don't want to see that.
Do you look at yourself now in your old pictures?
Yeah. And I feel like, dang, I look better than I did before. I don't want plastic surgery again. I want my scar right here. I like all my scars. Because they want me to go through another plastic surgery. But it'll be smooth. We can fix it. It'll be normal. This is my new normal. I like my scar. I'm comfortable with my scar and
So
my limp.
You take your scar as a war scar. What
This right
and
here?
saying that, what do that mean to you?
My scar? I went through the unthinkable for me in our world. Every pedestrian that got hit the week before me, it was 2 other pedestrians that got hit the same night. They all died.
How do you know this?
News, people telling me. And 2 of the people that died was my best friend's sister and cousin.
People are coming to you telling you like, you're a miracle, baby.
You here. It was people that got hit in car accidents inside of a car and died. Injuries wasn't nowhere near mine. We knew who hit me the night I got hit. And I can't really say in details because I'm still going through trial, still going through a lawsuit, still going through what I'm going through.
So you know.
I know. It's a big secret to hold. I knew the day of. My brother retrieved the car 3 days later. He's law enforcement. He found the car. They got the car in custody still to this day, almost 2 years later.
How you find out? Well, I understand your brother is in law enforcement, but what's the next steps?
The evidence is still there. It's just self-explanatory. And then they were trying to say the car was stolen. Well, you didn't report the car stolen. This is your son.
Oh, this could be allegedly the possible person that hit me.
When I was when I was able to come to my senses.
Was you still in the hospital or was you way home?
I was in the hospital. And I remember nothing else, but I remember his face.
You saw the guy that hit you?
No, they showed me his picture. My brother did some digging.
But you don't remember nothing after walking out the club. So how can your brother, who was not there, dictate who?
A mutual friend. His girlfriend and him were friends. So they were supposed to link up for New Year's. She called back like, plans have changed. My boyfriend got into a car accident. He called me to come get him. He like, okay,
but cool. You was the person.
They ain't putting this together yet. It gets better. Oh, we got to link up later. He just want to hit my dumbass boyfriend. He's drunk. He got into a car accident. And I have to go follow him, pick him up, see what's going on. We're like, okay, cool, ain't no problem, you know what I'm saying? Like, we good, friend, we'll link up some other time. She called back. Oh my God, he hit a person. The car is bloody. The windshield is caved in. They still ain't hit my brother yet. Cause he don't know what was going on with me yet. He hit a person. So when she telling him this, I'm already on my way to the hospital. So they want me to hide the car. Like, we gotta go hide the car, and they friends. She don't know this the girl that they hit is any relation to him. This how God works. This how God works. He like, calm down. You know, whatever y'all gotta do. Call the police, cause that's the only thing he can say. I am law enforcement. Where are y'all? Call him. I'm gonna call you back. This is my mama calling. My mom, he click over to my mom. DeAndre, when you get to the hospital, we leaving church. We just got a call. Jessica been hit by a car. He like, okay, still not thinking nothing. Boom. Hello, Ma, what's up? You need to hear it. Where's you at? Get to the hospital. We leaving church. Jessica just got hit by a car. My brother got the car 3 days after I got hit. So let me tell you. Mom, get to the hospital. Jessica just been in a car accident. Okay, I'm on my way. He get to the hospital. They not letting my mom in them back. They're like, well, we got her under a John Doe. Well, why? She's been in a car accident. They're like, we can't let nobody back. My brother like, well, this is my badge. I'm law enforcement. They're like, okay, we can let you back. We'll let you know what's going on. He get back there. I'm laying on the table unconscious. She's a pedestrian on foot, hit by a car, giving him a rundown. My mama said all they seen was my brother fly out the hospital. He didn't say nothing to nobody and left. The next call he made, hey, what's going on? You and your homeboy, y'all, your boyfriend, y'all good?
He called on.
He called on, girl. Man, they got me hiding the car on Jameson Street behind this house. Where are you hiding the car at? Where's you at? You okay? Let me come. He still calm.
He posted.
Where was he at when what happened? He was on Saginaw Street. Now look, it gets better. Our cousin is friends with the guy. So they find out who the guy is. Our cousin called. Hey bro, what's going on? This how he talking on the phone. I know my brother right there. Man, I just hit this little bitch on Saginaw Street.
No, he didn't.
Man, dog, I'm trying to hide this car. This how he talking to my cousin. Cause mind you, they friends. Man, I just hit this little bitch on Saginaw Street. Whoop the whoop the whoop. Well, who was she? I don't know, bro. Like, is she dead? I don't know, bro. I did. Like, we trying to get ready to car and shit right now. Well, bro, you know that was Dre's sister. They all went to school together.
They told him, though.
Yeah.
And what'd he say?
What? Oh, man. Copy, please. Now, I know, bro. It was an accident. But before when you just picked the phone, it was I just hit this little bitch on Saginaw Street. But now it was, oh, bro, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't know. Da-da-da. Now my brother get on the phone. I'm going to tell you like this. You got 72 hours to turn yourself in. This badge, don't let this badge confuse you. Like, it's that. It was to the point where they had to put tracking things on my brother's car to find, because they were really scared my brother was going to lose everything.
Because his little sister.
Because I'm his big sister. It's my baby brother. He's 23. It's my baby brother.
I can't even say that you can go back to regular life because you have to go through 17 surgeries.
Just had my 17th surgery in July.
Do you remember all of them? Or
Yep. The first 5, no. Everything after that.
the first 5?
Yeah. Mind you, they rushed me in. My first surgery ever was a 10-hour head surgery. And then while I was in trauma for that month, they kept finding stuff broken. So I went through plastic surgery. Then I went through nose surgery. Both leg surgeries. My arms. So, and as time went on, more things happened.
Talk about learning how to walk.
Something so simple that we already know how to do, and to re-picture it, it was like a newborn baby. Like, well, how do I pick my leg up? Well, how do I put my toes down? Like
Was you thinking this in your head? Like,
this is what I'm asking them. I'm not thinking this. I'm asking them.
how do you pick your...
I had to go through speech therapy, mental therapy, because my brain was not connected to my body parts yet. So my brain has to get back and function with my body, connected back with my body. It's deeper than just us talking and saying, oh, I can walk. Your mind, your brain is a concept in it. You're not gonna be able to do
undefeated. How did you come out this situation undefeated? Cause you fought your fight.
Prayer.
But you won.
Prayer. I had a team and prayer warriors. My pastor, my church, my friends, my kids, my family, boyfriend. I had a strong support system to the point where I didn't have to wake up and wonder if my kids was gonna eat, if they was dressed nice, if they getting done bold, getting touched on. I had none of them worries. All I had to do was just get yourself together. They left no type of stress on me at all. Still to this day. Still to this day.
That's traumatic. Like a...
Very.
It's not a car accident. It's literally getting ran over.
Facing death.
And that's facing death. Let's just say it like that. Facing death. You overcame that situation, right?
Yes.
Just to hear you had cancer.
Yep.
Talk to me a little bit about that. How did you find that out?
Well, it was a couple months ago, and I'm on birth control, so I don't have periods. And my baby is finna be 7. So I haven't had a period in 5 years. So I know myself. I'm like, something ain't right. Like, why when I have sexual intercourse, it hurts? It's painful. Why am I having bleeding it? So, okay, maybe it's just I'm spotting now. I've been on birth control. Maybe now it's that time. I gotta have a period. Okay, cool. It's normal. Didn't think nothing of it. Then I talked to my doctors, and they're like, well, maybe it's stress. Because your body, you can get bumps, you can lose weight, your appetite, you can get depressed, you can bleed. Like, women go through stress, your body works different. So, okay, it's normal. I gotta quit stressing. Gotta meditate. Still wasn't working. Like, something ain't right. And my doctor listens to me because she know when I say something ain't right, I know.
So you have a brand called The Undefeated, right?
Yes.
What does that mean? Talk about it. Look, just talk about the brand a little bit.
The Undefeated is basically, I'm like, okay, I've been through a situation that I don't understand. Maybe it's not meant for me to understand, but because of my faith, I'm trusting God. I'm trusting the process. So, I feel undefeated. Like, it's nothing that could hurt my feelings. What's the worst that can happen to me?
So, even with these obstacles that you had to be undefeated about, like, how do you separate these catastrophes with accomplishments? Like, how do you, like, at least today was a good day, knowing what you just had to endure?
Because now I take the good and the bad and I compare it. This is how my mind thinks. Okay, yeah, you got hit by a car, but you walking around. It ain't how you used to walk, but you walking. They said you wasn't gonna do that. Yeah, you can't hold your urine no more because your bladder is weak, but you ain't in a diaper no more. You can go to the bathroom and walk when you want to. Just to get up out the bed and walk to the bathroom when I want to go. I'm like, okay, thank you, Lord Jesus. I'm just thankful. So where I'm at now, I look back on where I was. And that snapped me in the reality like, girl, you came from some shit.
But for somebody who's defeated, somebody who's in a rut, what advice could you give them to, I done went through this. And if I can overcome this, the shit you got going on, you can overcome that.
I put it like this. even though I went through what I went through, I don't compare me like, okay, I have bad headaches from the head injury. And you could say, oh, my head hurt. Well, because I don't complain about my headaches, that don't mean your head don't hurt, or that ain't your pain. Or because you didn't get hit by a car, you're not going through obstacles. So I feel like no matter what, I'm a living example, and maybe God put me through this, even though it was tragic, to show you He's real.
So how would you tell them to leap over? How can you get over that? How can you get over that hump? What advice?
You just gotta put in your mind that you could do it. You gotta confess it. I confessed it all the time. I am gonna walk. I am strong. I'm gonna see my kids again. I'm gonna be able to drive and pay my bills. This is what I'm gonna do. The doctors don't got the last say so. Jessica do. God do. Me and God gotta working together. We know what's going on. They don't. They just on the sideline. You gotta have that mentality like, I'm the shit. You gotta be cocky, confident, and you gotta believe what you're saying. You gotta know what you're saying is real. Because you can say it all day, but if you don't believe it, it's not gonna happen. So you gotta put in, what you put in is what you get out. So yeah, I was going through therapy, but I had to do shit in my room too on my own. Yeah, okay, I went to therapy for 2 hours a day, but when I get home, it don't stop. I still do exercise, I still do stuff because I want to be
mentally you had to sustain a level to where if the doctors wasn't here, I still have to
do this anyway. I got to go the extra mile. They tell me to do 10 laps. Okay, I'm going to do 20. Maybe 25. I got to go the extra mile. Because look where I'm at now. They told me I wasn't going to be walking in 8 months. I was standing up on a walker and walking in 2 after my accident. In 60 days. And they told me 6 to 8 months. So, they don't let that gave me motivation. You tell me what I can't do? Alright, I'm going to show you. Because I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. I didn't talk about it. I just did it. So then when I did it, now I can talk about it. Because I don't want to talk about it and then I don't fulfill it. So I'm going to do it first.
I think we talked a lot. I think we spoke on a lot, but I think there's still things in you that is still untold or still need to be unraveled. Yeah. So if somebody wanted to follow Jessica or get into the story of Jessica, how would they get in touch?
Well, I'm on Facebook. I'm Jessica Washington. My YouTube channel is J Renee. I have Instagram, which is J Renee as well. I have Snapchat. You know, I post my little therapies and stuff on there. That's J Renee as well, or Jessica Washington. So I'm on all social media sites. It's not hard to get in contact with me. Yep, J&K is a store that I opened in the middle of what was going on with me. I just opened it up this year in July, a women's boutique, because they told me I couldn't work. I'm disabled, I can't do nothing, but I still have bills to pay. I still have kids, mouths to feed. I can't depend on nobody. So, I opened the store.
I'm Prime Time, your favorite host, of course. I built this platform, Admire to Inspire, to admire any positive figure I can, just so I can inspire any youth that I can. And this interview will be no different. If you know me personally, then you know that drinking is something that I do on a constant basis, without reason. So as a drinker, as a beverage connoisseur, I want to make it very clear that drinking and driving is in no way, shape, or form cool, or is it okay. This is coming from a guy who has crashed 3 cars in the last 3 or 4 years. The PTSD, the risk of hurting you, hurting your children, most importantly, hurting someone else or their children, it's just too much. It costs way too much to be a drunk driver. If you're watching this, I just want to say, please, don't drink and drive. Just don't.
I'm from Flint, Michigan.
Welcome to Flint.